Livingston and Tangela too, and our host Vincent Van Dahl, and he brings it to ya. Creature features and all creatures and all creatures, and the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Gonna get you tonight.
Where in the world is Livingston? Really? Weird. Welcome to Creature Features. I'm your host, Vincent. With me is my tiny friend and tenant of the manor, the lovely Miss Tangela. Missing over to this side would have been my dutiful butler, Mr. Livingston, who's apparently in the kitchen separating M&Ms by colour. And do we have a most fantastic program in store for you? For tonight, we will be joined by the one and only Steve Zetro Souza. Many know him as the crooner for a heavy metal band called Exodus, but most of our viewers know him as the talented chap who sings the theme song for this very program. He'll tell us about his latest exploits whilst on tour, regale us with stories about how he and his bandmates flung televisions off hotel balconies in former Soviet bloc countries, and perhaps even mention why his home is adorned with a grumble of pugs. He'll also chime in about one of his most favorite films, which we've loaded onto the projector in honor of his visit, The Vault of Horror from 1973. A lovely British anthology which stars Tom Baker, Terry Thomas, and Don Adams. So don't go... Livingston, why in God's name did you go through that unnecessary task?
I was merely following the instructions on your guest's appearance rider.
What on earth are you talking about? Zetro never requires us to follow a rider. And you took out all the brown ones. Ah, mystery solved. In any case, don't go away, for it is to be another night of rock and roll fright, right here on Creature Features. You do know if he quits, it'll be you who shall spend her days polishing the silver. Stay tuned. Zetro, do you know if people switched over to Channel 5 right at this moment, they could watch Hogan's Heroes? And it's in color.
In color?
In color. Singer Barbara McNair appears as a disillusioned American in occupied Paris.
I think I remember that episode.
No, yeah, it's a good one. Welcome to Creature Features. It's going to be a fun night because we've got Zetro.
I love being back here.
No, you know, he's always on tour. We cannot get this bloke anymore because his band, Exodus, is touring. And you've been to some crazy places, right?
Yeah, we did 160 shows since the last time I seen you.
160 performances in like 20 countries, right?
At least. At least.
Right.
At
So
least.
you're done with the tour bus for a while, right?
Yes, for a while. We start recording new record March 1st. So,
Oh,
you Exodus
nice.
fans?
Do you know it's going to be called?
I don't know yet. So we're just throwing some
It's
stuff
a trade
around.
secret. He will.
Exactly.
They will save it for last.
Exactly, because if I was to say that now, I'd get tortured by everybody in the band.
Yeah, well, it also puts out an obligation on your part to follow the title, right?
Right, and then what if we want to change it at the last
Exactly.
minute? So
Right. So it shall be called a work in progress, or it could be called, what do they call it? Working title?
Yes, working title.
It's working title of no title. Anyways, we're going to watch Vault of Horror. Now, that's a title you like.
One of my favorites.
Right. He requested this film, and we haven't shown it in 2 years. So this one's an Amicus, right?
I think so. It's an English company.
Right. They did Tales of the Crypt. It's sort of like a Hammer film if you ordered it from Wish.
I feel it's very Hammerish. All of the cinematography, and it feels to me that it's a very, very Hammer film.
Right.
And the actors in it too.
Right. This one with Terry Thomas, right?
Kurt Jurgens as well.
Right. No, Terry Thomas. Do you know that Terry Thomas, he put the dash in his name to signify the gap in his tooth?
I didn't know that.
No, it's in his biography. It says he wanted people to remember he was the one with the gap in his tooth, so he put the little gap in the... I thought it was interesting. Wonderful actor.
Great actor.
No longer with us, sadly. But all right, so we're going to show that, and we're going to talk about your tours and other music-related stuff. And we're going to talk about, everyone's always asking, who does the song for your show? I always tell them Zetro, and they're like, who's Zetro? And we're here, we'll go back and look at our older episodes, or we'll have them back soon. So we have to talk about that all over again.
It's no problem.
All right, off we go to Vault of Horror. Don't you dare go away, because it's going to be a fun night. Bye. Welcome back to Creature Feature. We need a bumper song.
I did one already.
No. That's the
bumper.
Opening song. We need like a do-do-do-do-do-do.
Then you and I need to get together and write that.
Yes. No, not me. You. Now, if I did it, it would be terrible. If you do it, it will be wonderful. So it should be wonderful. So you'll do it. If you're just joining us, this is Steve Zetro Souza. He did the opening song for our show. He sings for a band called Exodus. You also do an AC/DC band as well.
Yes, I do. And you have sung with it before, AC/DZ.
AC/Dizzy.
Yeah. You can't remember when you came in, you sang Big Balls and you sang Dirty Deeds.
Right. No, that was fun. And, they all cheered because they knew I was your friend. So they weren't judging my performance.
No, they did good. You did good. You nailed it.
I'm not a singer.
Regardless, you don't have to sing that. Big Balls was so fun. You nailed every word. That's all you had to do.
Well, that's different. That's because it's a British bloke talking in a British manner, like a fop.
See, so nobody knew any different.
That's right. Anyways, this film, quickly, Vault of Horror, one of your favorites. They reused some of the sets from Tales of the Crypt.
Probably cost effective to do that.
Right. No. If I were to do a haunted house movie, I would say, I know a place that we can do such a film. Right?
Yeah.
So it would be convenient. Although, there's only so many ways you could tell the poltergeist story before it starts becoming old, right? So, anyways, enough about the film. Your tour, you recently returned from, you were promoting which album?
Persona non grata.
Persona non grata. That's Latin, if I recall correctly, right?
Pretty Latin.
Nice.
Meaning that, you're not a good
Someone
person.
who is not wanted.
Not a good person that nobody likes.
That's right. So you went out to promote the album and do the shows, and how was it received?
Probably one of the best receptions we got for a record. It seems like the band is really moving. Like, a lot of bands from our era kind of play the old songs and stay there. We don't do that. We write new songs. So the band is still growing. It seems like new fans
new
all
followers.
The time.
Right.
Little kids in the front with the headphones on their dads.
Small children.
A lot of them.
How does it feel to scream at small children?
They scream back.
Oh, they do. All right. That's not so bad.
And they do this.
The headphones.
They
do the horns.
They always do this.
Oh, do they?
And I can see their dads leaning into them going like this, and they'll go like that. So they've learned the horns.
Right. No, that's fun. Well, it's nice. It's become the international symbol for rock and roll, and no longer what is that? Like a goat?
Yes.
Right. It'd be like a goat. So no more goats. It means rock and roll, and that's it. Right.
Right.
So you're back, and you're going to record another album.
Yeah, we're going to start writing it here like next week. We actually took the holidays off,
Well, as you should.
and then we'll get to work.
All right. Well, let's get back to this film, and then when
Great.
we come back, we're going to do some mail, and then we're going to talk about the new album and what kind of things we might hear or
Exactly.
see.
Perfect.
All right, off we go. Vault of Horror, don't you dare go away, because if you do, I'll be sad, and Zetro will be mad. You don't want to see him when he's mad now, do you?
This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
Tangela, did you see in this issue of TV Guide, there's a coupon to save 7 cents on Tabby cat food. Oh, look. Tabby cat food, 7 cents off. She goes through a lot of cat food. Not that she eats it herself, but she apparently has a cat somewhere here, right?
I haven't seen it.
No, I haven't seen it either, but I hear it in the night going mew, mew, mew.
Yes, they are night creatures.
They are night creatures. Anyways, welcome back to the show. Zetro stepped off for a moment, but we're going to take this opportunity to read your mail, because you send it to us, and it's the law that we must read it, right?
It's the law.
It's the law. How about the first letter, sir?
Mr. and Mrs. Olson.
Mrs. Olson. Wasn't Mrs. Olson the one who did Folgers Coffee?
I haven't the vaguest idea
She
what
did
you're
an
talking
advertisement
about.
for Folgers Coffee. You know, it's mountain grown.
Oh,
All right, here we go. Hi, Vincent Tangela and Mr. Livingston. My husband and I are in our 60s, and think of the three of you are the bee's knees. You know, I know what it means, but I never understood the etymology of the word bee's knees.
because they're fuzzy and soft.
Are we fuzzy and soft? She's fuzzy and not so soft. Your trio is delightful, and I think your interventions are cute. Interventions. She must be speaking of our interstitials.
Interstitials?
Right. Interventions. We intervene sometimes as well. So thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Olson, and we love Folgers Coffee. Next up, Mr. Livingston.
Kirk Harrington.
Kirk Harrington. That's a rather noble name.
Quite.
Right. All right, he goes, hi, Vincent, Livingston, and Tangela. I discovered your show because of Mummy and the Monkey. We love Mummy and the Monkey. Now, they're going to come out here one day, and I don't think you're going to like the monkey.
They're messy, you know.
No, they are. But no, I don't think you're going to like him because he uses 4-letter words sometimes.
Oh.
Right. Super cool horror host out of Cleveland. Your show is fabulous. I really enjoy the special guests, your awesome attire, and the house and the vibe of everything. Does Tangela have a pet bat? Is Livingston related to Lurch from the Addams Family?
He's a distant relative.
A distant relative, quite distant. Does Vincent have vampires in his family? You know, I don't have vampires, but I do have some leeches. I have really enjoyed coming to the world of horror hosts since my divorce roughly 4 years ago. I also went through a period of great loss around the same time with the deaths of my father and my grandfather and loss of employment. This man needs to write a country western song.
He's lost everything.
Right. No, having something to watch that I really enjoy and that is something I can look forward to has been like a life preserver to me. Thanks so much for all the hard work you guys do to put these shows together. Well, thank you for watching, Kirk, and things are going to get better. Trust me. Next up, Mr. Livingston.
We have a package from Anne-Marie Bateman.
What is this?
I don't know. I didn't get a chance to look
Well, let's
at it.
open it up. Give me the letter and give her the rest. Oh, it's a Christmas thing. To Vincent Livingston Tangela from Anne-Marie Bateman. I think we've heard from Anne-Marie once prior or more. Believe in the wonder of snowmen. She sent us a $20 American bill. Look at this.
Oh.
And gifts. All right. To Vincent Livingston Tangela, Merry Christmas. to your all on Creature Features. I made something for each of you for Christmas. I love your show, and I love you all. My birthday's December 15th. Sorry we missed it. Happy birthday. I was so happy you like the Halloween things I made. Your show is awesome. Keep up the good work. Love, Anne-Marie Bateman. Well, thank you, Anne-Marie, and we hope things are well in, where does it say she's from?
It does not.
She's from, look at those. So they're
on the
Christmas
box.
ornaments, are they not? No, show me the ornament. It does not matter where she's from. Look at this. That's fantastic. I bet you she made those with her own hands as well. Is that it?
No, there's one more.
Give me the one more.
Dwayne from Fort Worth, Texas.
Wayne?
Dwayne.
No, it's Dr. Wayne.
Dr. Wayne.
Dr. Wayne Fung, DDS. Not Dwayne. You listen to him.
Looks like Dwayne.
All right. Dear Creature Features team. That's you two. Listen. You're on the Creature Features team as well. As a dentist and a fan of your show, I've got some toothy suggestions for Creature Features.
Toothy?
I did not write this letter. Have you considered how Tangella's enigmatic presence could be a golden opportunity to subtly promote dental hygiene? I have not. Imagine her flashing a perfectly cared-for smile, subtly encouraging viewers to brush and floss regularly. Also, those horror movie snacks you show are a nightmare for teeth. Maybe sneak in some tooth-friendly snacks like apples or carrots. It's a sly way to promote healthier, enamel-friendly options. And about the sound effects, ever thought of using the chilling whir of a dental drill? It should send shivers down the spine and is music to a dentist's ears. In short, a little dental twist could add an unexpected bite to your show. Keep up the great work, Dr. Wayne Fung, DDS, Fort Worth, Texas. There you go.
Interesting.
Dwayne Fung, Dr. Dwayne. That would be pretty good, right?
Looks like Dwayne.
That's it. That's it for letters, right?
That's it.
All right. If you'd like to send us a letter of your own, go to this little website right here, and you'll see how you could send us a box of ornaments with $20 that somebody stole.
I have it.
Oh, you have it? Good. Or you could send us an email, or you could just write us a letter in the post and use a stamp and do it the old-fashioned way, right?
Indeed.
Right. Anyways, off we go back to Vault of Horror, and when we return, we'll be back with Steve Zetro. See you soon. Hello friends, Tangella and I would like to take a moment to compel you to join Creature Features TV. It is our new streaming service that offers you early access to Creature Features from your computer or your favorite set-top device. You can see the full archive of Creature Feature episodes, movies we've yet to present on the show, a library of items from the original program, plus many other items you won't find anywhere else. Your small yet generous subscription fee not only supports the operation of the service, but actually helps finance the creation of our show. It's a very inexpensive way to ensure that we'll be able to continue producing Creature Features for years to come. Not to mention it'll keep Tangella out of making mischief and wreaking havoc in the village as well. So please visit CreatureFeaturesTV.com to learn more. And thank you so much for your support. You do cause trouble. Zetro, how do you keep your hair so shiny and manageable?
I don't know. I guess I got lucky. I guess the rock gods knew that I needed to keep my hair. And
or genetics.
I don't know. I guess I could go with that a little bit.
Thank your mother.
My father, actually.
Oh, your father.
Both of them had, but when my father passed, he passed with a full head of hair, and it wasn't even all gray even. And I think he was 81 or 82 when he passed. So
my goodness.
So I guess I got that to look forward to, right?
Good. Well, passing or not going gray?
No, not going gray.
Right.
Passing's going to happen.
Right. Welcome back to the show. We are watching Vault of Horror with the legendary Zetro from Exodus. And you were chatting me up while the film was running about that main actor. What's his name?
Yeah, Kurt Jurgens. Kurt Jurgens. He's in the third segment on this movie, and he played Stromberg in The Spy Who Loved Me, which is actually Roger Moore's favorite movie that he did of the Bond era. That was the first one with Richard Kiel, who played Jaws.
Right, of
Remember
course.
that?
Was him.
That was him.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. And then Terry Thomas, of course, he's been in. Wasn't he in Mad? How many Mads are
He
there?
was the best in that.
Right.
He was the best in that. Such a great actor in that. Yeah, and he's done other quirky, funny roles like that as well through his tenure.
Right. Wonderful stuff. All right. Well, before we took off last time, we were talking about the fact that you're going back into the studio to record the new Exodus album. And, I was curious about the whole process because studios are not what they once were.
It's still a good place to go to focus. Like, we did it in a house on the last one, which was good. It was very comfortable.
Well, it was a home studio. It was.
Yes, it was a home studio, exactly. It was a studio that was in our drummer's studio in his man cave. Basically we did it there. This time we're choosing to do it at Trident Studios in Martinez, California.
Oh, nice.
And I like that studio vibe more than going into somebody's home studio, kind of.
Right.
I like this studio.
Right.
So, and actually on the last record, I did some vocal fixes at the studio because it wasn't feasible to, once everything's broken down already, we knew Juan was there, the guy who owns the studio, and we just had him fly the chips in and everything's there. You don't have to bring reels anymore like we were talking about.
So I was saying, back in my day, there was like a tape this big to record all those tracks.
And two reels like this that went, and once they were
and now
done,
you say it's all gone.
It's all gone. It doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't even have the big control board anymore.
No, it's there, but it's all automated, so nobody's pushing it up. You just see it move like it's a ghost.
Oh, phantom
yes, exactly.
sliders. Right.
I mean, this guy's clicking. He's clicking on his stuff, and you watch it move, so he knows what he's doing. So you don't really manual. You can, but it's really not done like that anymore.
Well, it simplifies things if you don't have to repeat those complicated changes.
No, exactly.
Right. How fun. All right, what do you say we get back to Vault of Horror?
One of my favorites.
And when we come back, I need to ask you about these pugs of yours.
By love.
Your grumble of pugs.
Yeah, I have a grumble.
That's right. All right, off we go back to Vault of Horror. See you soon.
James from Harrisburg, Virginia. Love the show. Just great. I did see a segment where Tangela actually spoke. Could you bring that to the attention to the crowd? I hope you have a great new year, and I'm a fan. Thank you.
Welcome back to Creature Features. I need you to do that. Welcome back.
Welcome back to Creature Features.
I don't know if I like his version. No, it needs to be more rock and roll, more metal. Do a metal version.
Welcome back to Creature Features.
A little more musical.
I don't know how musical I can get. Let me see.
Give me your pure screech that you do on stage.
You want to screech of that?
Do it.
Welcome back to Creature Features.
That's exactly what I need for this program.
What I was looking for.
Anyways, welcome back to Creature Features in a most
metal
friendly
way.
voice. That was the metal version. This is like just the FOP version. And we're watching Vault of Horror with our friend Zetro from Exodus. And you were saying something about the comic book.
Well, I read the comic book as a kid, but these stories never appeared. None of these stories happened to appear in the comic book. It was kind of taken off of that. I don't know why they did it. Maybe to get people to come Or maybe the writers that wrote the stories in there had a copyright infringement
Oh,
on that. I
we're
wonder,
not.
you know
No.
how that is, writers.
No, it's crazy.
It could
right.
be.
No. You're probably right about that. So, but did they ever take these stories and put them back in the comic book?
I never read them after that either, but maybe after I stopped reading the comic book, it might have. As I grew older, I kind of got away
You
from
know,
it.
I would have loved to have gone to this film while it was in the theater and then looked over at some stranger next to me and said, the book was better.
Right? No, the comic book was better.
Exactly. All right, so we were talking about pugs.
Yes.
You have like 20
Three.
of these
I have three.
creatures. You have
I
three?
I have three.
All right, that's still a grumble, right?
Yeah, it's a grumble. It
is a grumble of pugs.
Everything after 2 is a grumble.
Right. So how do you put up with 3 of these little beasts?
Well, because they're the sweetest ever, and they
Oh.
love their lovers, and mine are lovers.
All right.
So
They don't like nip at your shins or
no,
anything
they
like
don't.
that.
They'll lick you to death. I think that's
Right.
that's the more.
No, that's good.
worst problem.
Because they're not those trained attack pugs one sees on television, right?
I don't think so. No,
No,
they're
no,
not.
it's
trained
good.
type.
Oh, yeah.
They're good pugs. They're
You
little
know,
babies.
who's going to run from a pug?
No, you run to
Right?
a pug.
No. You run to a pug and you pet the pug.
When you see that little face, that little smashed face, you just go, oh, you just gotta
Right.
kiss
No,
it.
they are sweet little beasts, are they not? Right. And they, it's just they have that nasal issue all the time.
Well, mine sleep with my wife and myself, and if you've ever seen a Three Stooges show, they snore.
Oh.
It's sometimes
No.
all 3 of them will be snoring one right after the other, and it is hilarious.
I have a recommendation. You should sample it on a recording and bring it in and make it as part of the beat of one of the new Exodus songs.
Hey, there you go. See?
Right? And then it could be like an Easter egg because nobody know what it is. And then someday you'll be doing an interview much like this one, but on a much better program. And you'll say, yes, no, actually that sound you hear at the beginning of this song is My 3 Pugs.
Snorting.
You should call the song My 3 Pugs.
My 3 pugs, like my 3 sons. My 3 pugs.
Right, we're getting silly. All right, let's get back to Vault of Horror. And when we come back, you're going to tell me something else interesting about this film, right?
Cool. You
All
got
right.
it. No problem.
Off we go. See you soon.
Hello, this is Mr. Livingston. It would appear I have been tasked with requesting you to help our show financially by visiting our Patreon page. Your generosity will help us keep Creature Features on the air. With only a few dollars a month from you, your kindness will allow us to continue creating new entertainment for your viewing pleasure each and every week. And if you have the desire to give more, you might even receive a gift from Tangela. I think not. Please visit the website below to learn more. Thank you.
Angela! I found this in one of the toilet tanks. Is this yours? Somebody needs a bigger toy box.
Mr. Spock. I love Mr. Spock.
That's amazing.
I love Mr. Spock, don't you?
And that was when it was fresh too, right?
I always thought Kirk would be the first one to go. I bet he's going to be the last one.
He is.
No, well, no, there's still Chekhov, and there's still George Takei. His
Oh,
character,
that's right.
Sulu.
George Takei is
There's
still alive. That's
Sulu.
right. That's right.
And who else is left?
I think that's it.
Anyways, welcome back. We are watching Vault of Horror with Zetro from Exodus. And you're a big Creature Feature fan. And not this show, but the original.
Well, I'm a big fan of this show too.
Right. Well, you're paid to say that because you're in
No,
my chair.
actually, I'm not.
No.
These people need to know when I go on tour and I go to other countries where I can't watch the television, I watch this show. I pull it up on, and I watch all the back episodes that I've missed. And I watch them all the way through. I watch the interviews. I
bank
watch all the
them.
movies.
Right,
I love them. No, they're on I just go to YouTube and I have my little iPad.
Yeah, it's nice.
There
It's
it is.
convenient. It's like being able to take our love along with you.
Yeah,
But you used to watch the original program,
forever.
which
Forever
is something
from
I
when
could
it
not do.
started.
So, so with Bob Wilkins in your home, and I've seen this.
Yes.
You have, may I call it a shrine?
A little bit. I mean, I have Bob in one of my bathrooms, no, two of my bathrooms, and then as you walk into my house, your director put me in that movie, Up Late with Bob Wilkins,
Right.
and I have the movie poster framed along with the DVD and one of his cigars signed from him in my
Bob
house.
Wilkins cigars.
Yes, Bob
Right.
Wilkins cigars.
Right.
And then, of course, when you leave my house, there's a sign right above the door that says, watch horror movies.
And we should also
Keep America's
mention
tongue.
your Harley Davidson motorcycle.
Yes, my creature feature,
Right.
homage to creature features, which is all painted in classic horrors, but on the back fender is a picture of Bob holding his cigar, and on the
Right.
bottom under my light it says, in your logo, though,
Right.
creature features.
Right. But you started watching like almost from day one.
Yeah,
right?
71. I
Right.
was born in 64, so I was probably 6 or 7
And
when
you
it
were watching
came on.
Bob Wilkins.
Yeah. I watched Dark Shadows as a little kid because that was a soap opera
Right.
that came on in the afternoon, I believe after General Hospital or right before
And that's
General.
what wet your whistle to
Yeah,
horror.
exactly.
Right.
That's
right.
really what started it off. And then as soon as Bob started the show, if it was either Friday or Saturday or Friday and Saturday or whatever, I found it.
And you're not the only rock star who used to watch him. The bloke from Metallica used to watch
Kirk
him as well.
Hammett's huge
Kirk
into
Hammett.
horror and,
Right.
and definitely a bit. We've talked about him and I've talked about that.
Right.
And how Bob is such a big influence on both of our lives.
Yeah, amazing. But, I think Metallica and Exodus needs to do a creature feature song. And you've already done one. So it's Metallica, if you're watching, you need to get to work right now at this Martinez studio.
Well,
right?
they have their own compound to record it.
All right. Well, use your own studio, but just make a song. It does not need to be about us. It could just be Bob Wilkins. That's fine, right?
Yes, totally.
Right. Why not? That's all right.
No, but you got to add you guys in there.
It would be
I
a nice
love your
touch. It would be a nice touch.
I love your homage to the show, to be honest with you. You're not doing what Bob did. You do something completely different, and
Well, we
I
couldn't.
love it. I love
We
it.
don't have Bob.
I love
mean, how could we do a Bob Wilkins show? He was
Right.
a very unique thing.
I
It'd
agree.
be like trying to do the Ed Sullivan show again.
Yeah.
You could come close, but you would not be the Ed Sullivan show, would it not?
No.
Right.
But you keep the legacy very well alive, and I believe from watching the letters, every week that the fans are really, they love what you do and love
I'm
because of what
amazed.
had happened,
Right.
in the 70s and what they probably grew up on like I did, you know what I mean? They were, young little whippersnappers
Right.
trying to look for horror movies
Well,
to watch.
it's interesting you should mention that because when we began, most of the letters we received were from people saying, I used to watch Creature Features with Bob Wilkins. You're not Creature Features with Bob Wilkins. Now the letters we get is, I've been watching your show for years and I just discovered somebody who was doing a show like yours called Bob Wilkins.
Isn't that amazing?
And it's amazing how things
How
turn
the circle
around.
turns.
Right. All right, off we go to the end of Vault of Horror. And when we come back, we're going to find out what you're doing next, right?
Cool. Yep.
All right. See you soon. And that brings the coffin lid down on the Vault of Horror. This whole thing where they're walking out and fading away. Hey, you don't see special effects like this anymore. It's all done digital, and they would have had like whooshes and smoke and things. I like the way they just use double exposure to just make them fade.
That's why we like these old films.
That's right. No, I do. There's something to be said about practical effects.
Yes.
And they don't do them enough anymore. She's a practical effect. All the explosions you see on the show, she's actually putting fire to fuse. There's no digital going on here. So anyways, did you want some M&Ms? Livingston went through great trouble to separate the brown ones for you.
Where are the brown ones at?
She's got the brown ones. You can give him the brown ones.
Oh, I love the brown ones.
So, as our viewers know, during the introduction, we had a bit of an incident where she tricked him into separating all the M&Ms. He spent a long amount of time doing it. So if you'd like a bag of pure brown M&Ms, we can build one for you.
I love that.
And next time he'll know that you don't enforce a write-up on your appearance on Creature Features. All right, anyways, what's next for you?
Well, other than going in the studio, recording the record, we have to do a little tour of South America.
South America.
Going to
Where?
Brazil.
Brazil. Oh, I
Chile.
bet they love you down there.
They do.
Oh, what's Chile like?
It seems like the lower that you get into South America, the more crazy they are.
Oh, really? Crazy good.
Yeah, crazy,
Right.
like
They love you.
outrageously crazy, yes.
They dance on
Yes,
stage.
They
and
do a lot of dancing. More
they
slam
throw
dancing.
gold up on the
I don't
stage.
know about gold, but I get stuff thrown.
Right, right. How fun. How about, what's the country on the very bottom? Argentina?
Yeah.
Is that the one? Have you ever done that one?
Oh, Buenos Aires they're crazy.
Oh,
Insane.
right.
Amazing.
Next time you go to Buenos Aires, you should go to, what is it? What's the South Pole called? Antarctica? Is that right?
Too cold.
Oh, too cold? Well, you go in the summer, and no, you can lie on the beach with the penguins.
Really?
I don't know. I've never been.
Looks cold.
No, it sounds like it'd be fun though. And I understand that there's UFOs there. Right?
Might
No, that's
be a
where they
place
all
to
come
go.
from. They don't come from space. They come from Antarctica. All right. Well, that all sounds like fun. Thank you so much for
Thank you for having me once again.
adorning
I love
our
coming and doing the
guest
show.
chair.
I love to come to do the show. You know that.
And when you come back from tour, you're going to come back and see us again.
Of course. And we'll give you an update on what's going on.
Good, good. All right, as far as you guys go, thank you so much for staying up and watching us instead of Hogan's Heroes. For that reason, we love you very much, and we cannot wait to see you next week. See you next time. So, Zetro, I'm thinking with you recording this album so close to here, perhaps you might need some talents of an organist.
Well, we might not need a pipe organ, but do you know how to play a kazoo?